God hilsene mine gode vinger og venner, og velkommen til den ordentlige første episoden av tyrspillet Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. Yes da, i løpet av forrige episodes prolog-level så vi T3, som da er den eneste så langt returnerende figuren fra Knights of the Old Republic 1, som kom tilbake og som holdt hele The Ebon Hawk flyvende. Utrolig for en droid å klare det helt alene, mens alle sammen er døde. Jeg var ikke egentlig død, men jeg var... Ja, jeg var litt borte, kan du si. Akkurat nå så har vi dokket på Prologen 2, Mining Station, og en stemme sa Awaken. Men så langt så vet vi ingenting. Where are we? What is my story? Nå skal det jo bare sies som en liten ting at, ja... Dette nevnte jeg i første serie av tyrspillet Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, men... Jeg kan ta det igjen nå, at hvis du som ser dette har spilt Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords, og du vet hva som skjer, så er jeg positiv for det, for det har vi begge spilt det. Men vær så snill å ikke spoil noen ting for noen andre kommentarfelter, for hvis folk har lyst til å vite historien her, så er det best at de ser det gjennom serien eller prøver spillet selv, så vær så snill, ikke spoil. Denne episoden her derimot kommer til å bli dialogtung som bare fy, så jeg håper folk er klare for det. Her er det veldig mye du skal få gjort. Lab Station, og dette her er jo... La meg se. Create, break down and upgrade certain items. Using chemicals. For det er jo noe som du kan finne her, dessverre. Her kan du lage medpacks. Og... stimulants. Så du kan gjøre noe som jeg ikke gjorde særlig mye i forrige serie. Det er å bruke adrenals. Men ja. Du kan egentlig lage mine hvis du er flink på demolition, og du kan lage granater hvis du er god på demolitions, noe som jeg ikke er. Så det er utrolig typisk. Men sånn er det. Jeg tror jeg skal spare de jeg har så langt. Medical computer. Dette her er jo en av de delene jeg hater best fra dette området, for det er så kronglete, og det er så mye du må gjøre. Men ja. Access medical logs. Og her er vi nødt til å høre gjennom en hel del, så be ready.
Still examining the survivors of the damaged freighter. Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Only one survivor, placed in the Kotor tank for recovery. The carbon scoring on the vessel suggests it was in a battle, but no indication of who fired on it. Couldn't get much from the Nava computer. I'm surprised the ship was able to make it inside the Prologen asteroid field without the asteroid drift charts. Aside from the lone survivor, we recovered an old woman. No life signs. There was also a protocol droid and a utility droid on board. Sent both down to maintenance while security sorts through the other items on the ship. It looks like the utility droid, a T3 unit, was able to get the ship working enough to get to the colony. We're prepared to...
Det var snodig. Vi er kjent med T3. Dama var død. Ingen livstegn. Men i tillegg en protokolldroid. Jeg kan ikke huske sist vi hadde en protokolldroid på The Ebon Hawk, for HK-47 var ikke en protokolldroid, han var jo en assassin droid. Da tar vi neste logg.
Could be a Jedi, but we won't know for sure until we get the transmission back from the Republic. If the survivor is a Jedi, that would account for the recovery rate. But I'm more concerned that a Jedi here may cause trouble. Some of the miners, especially Kotor, are already another accident today. A detonation in the ventilation tunnels. If the lockdown measures hadn't activated, the whole facility would have been destroyed. Got most of the injured to the Kotor tanks in time, but the rest had to go to the morgue. One of the wounded said a droid caused the accident, but we couldn't get any specifics.
Allerede så er det veldig mye som skjer. Det er visst nok noen som ikke liker det at det er potensial for at en Jedi er til stede.
Miners about the Jedi. A number of the droids have been acting oddly, and not even memory wipes seem to be fixing the problem. There was a detonation in another one of the fuel vents the droids were working in. We deactivated several of them and moved them down to maintenance. But we're still treating the plasma burns. That cuts us down to almost half shifts, and with the droids malfunctioning, we may not make the Telos shipment for this month. Fortunately, the detonation didn't cause a lockdown.
Warning. There has been a fuel detonation in the mining tunnels. Emergency lockdown commencing. All personnel report to quarters and prepare for emergency venting countermeasures.
No! If the ventilation systems are malfunctioning, evacuate the medical bay! Everyone evacuate!
Oi. Vi har kanskje sovet litt for lenge, egentlig. Akkurat sånn som Portal 2, egentlig. Patient Life Science. Patient 1, 2, 4 og 5 er deceased, og alle sammen er døde, mens vi er den eneste som overlevde. Ups, da trykker jeg feil. Treatment. All subjects being treated for severe plasma burns. Last treatment requested resulted in death for all subjects except patient 3. Det er noen som har vært veldig på å prøve å drepe meg allerede. Check the last treatment request. Lethal dose of sedatives. To all tanks include there is no record of who ordered the treatment. Jeg har ingen spikes, jeg kan ikke sjekke akkurat den der, det er veldig teit, men ja. Functions. Medical bay camera. Tanken vår. Morgue camera. Ok, det er hun dama, og så var det en kropp der. Unlock door. Not bad. Skal vi åpne den også for så vidt. Medical inventory. Ja, han forteller egentlig bare det som jeg fortalte allerede. Min console, ingenting egentlig. Sånn. Får litt XP ut av dette her. Jeg håper litt på å kunne få finne en outfit til Karen, for hun er ikke så dignified akkurat nå. Men så skjer det egentlig når du mister alt. Ok, medpacks, veldig nice. Og chemicals. Så hvis man har lyst, så kan man bruke de chemicals til å teste seg fram på labstation, men det skal ikke jeg gjøre. Corpse. Det er litt teit at du ikke kan zoome inn, men det er sånn som skjer. Looks dead, but there's no sign of what killed her. Vel, jeg vil gjette på kanskje alderdommen, for det er jo noe som heter natural causes. Ja. Corpse. Plasma torch, det her er noe å forsvare meg med. Oi sann.
Find what you're looking for amongst the dead?
I thought you were dead.
Close to death. Yes, closer than I'd like. You have the smell of the Kotor tank about you. How do you feel?
A little disoriented. Was it your voice I heard in the Kotor tank?
Yes, I had hoped as much. I slept here too long and could not awaken. It may be I reached out unconsciously, and your mind must have been a willing one. Or perhaps you have been trained for such things.
So you can touch minds and feign death. Who are you?
I am Kreia, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened?
Last thing I remember, I was on board a Republic ship. The Harbinger. What happened to it?
Your ship was attacked. You were the only survivor. A result of your Jedi training, no doubt.
If you think I'm a Jedi, you're mistaken.
Your stance, your walk tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something that weighs you down.
The Jedi Order and I have a troubled history.
So it would seem. Keep your past and let us focus on the now.
Very well. How do we get out of here?
I do not know. I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the surroundings may provide the answers we seek. The ship we arrived in must still be in this place. We should recover it and leave.
Why do we need to leave?
We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they will find us easy prey indeed.
We'll see. There's got to be someone left alive around here.
You may wish to extend your search to some clothes, if only for proper first impressions.
Her får vi persuade muligheter her, skal vi se. The patients in the medbay were killed by a lethal dose of sedatives. Any idea how it happened?
I do not know. Why did they spare you?
They didn't. I got the same dose, but survived.
Indeed, a Jedi trance could protect one from such poisons. In fact, the sedatives may have been intended to keep you unconscious for some time. It would prove lethal to those untrained in such techniques, however. Most curious.
You seem to know a lot about Jedi techniques.
And so do you. Perhaps we could discuss it at length later on. Now we have other concerns, among them finding our new enemy.
I'll return soon to make sure you're all right.
I leave you to the explorations of this place. Here I will remain and attempt to center myself.
Yay, nå fikk jeg mine første light side points I tillegg. Så bare sette seg ned og meditere av allting. Det veldig produktiv behavior det Kreia. Folk kommer til å ha noen mening om hvis man følger den serien her fra start til slutt. Ja, jeg får ikke åpne den der, så jeg bør egentlig ta og... Ja, det her jo the equipment bar eller body, så den ser litt rotet ut I forhold til det han gjorde I Old Republic 8, men det får så være. Så det sånn vi er nødt til å gjøre dette. There we are. Sånn. Sånn. Ok, en corpse og 2. Nice, vibroblade, da har vi litt mer å gå på. Dama mi kommer til å være sånn, eller Karen kommer til å være sånn skikkelig samurai. Droid Neural Pacifier, men den får ikke jeg brukt, så det teit.
Emergency lockdown is in effect. Turbolifts have been sealed to contain the explosion.
Kommer altså ikke inn der, men det får så være. Door. The game pauses when you sight an enemy. Der har vi våre første fiender, og jeg husker hvordan de gjør dette her heldigvis. Så let's go! Oi. Og allerede så ser man egentlig forbedringene fra Knights of the Old Republic 1 at animasjonene mye mer smooth her, som gjør at egentlig så jo dette et mye bedre spill på mange måter. Mining laser, nice. Det litt teit egentlig at du kan ikke bruke både blaster pistols og sverd på samme tid, men det vel kanskje for at det ikke sånn Jedi-fantasien egentlig så det kanskje mer sånn Mandalorian-isk. Der var det enda mer, ja. Nice. Og nesten. Når jeg møter på fiender som jeg nødt til å skade litt mer enn vanlig, så kommer jeg til å vise dere noe som jeg har lært siden sist jeg spilte Knights of the Old Republic 1 på serie. For det veldig flaut egentlig. Ok. Broken droid. Droid deflector. Jeg får masse ting til droide, men jeg får jo på en måte ikke brukt egentlig noe særlig. Det veldig teit. Emergency hatch.
This is the exit, but it is sealed. Strange. In my visions, it was open.
Kreia? Huh. Så den her vil altså ikke åpne seg, og Kreia kan altså hoppe inn I hjernen min. Det litt ekkelt. Jeg liker ikke å ha folk I hodet mitt som ikke mine egne. Her har vi security desk, her var det litt forskjellig. Corpse, security tunneler. Jeg får jo ikke åpne den uten å bæsje, så... Uff. Det litt gøy, egentlig. Sånn. Ion grenade. Ikke dårlig, for da får jeg brukt de på droid her. Security desk. Security records. Her har vi... Oi. 5 av de. Dette kommer til å ta litt tid, så jeg beklager dette.
Is this thing on? All right, all hands, especially you, Kotor. Listen up, because I'm not going to say this again. The next one of you Juma heads to try and smuggle a blaster, or so help me, any sort of military-grade frag weapons into my facility is going to take a long walk out the airlock. Why? Because in case you forgot, Paragian fuel explodes at high temperatures. That's what blasted that chunk out of Paragus 2 and created this asteroid field. So if I catch any of you with anything other than sonic charges or mining lasers, I'll burn you and your contract. Security out.
Det visst nok tydelig at det dårlige arbeidsforhold her, og veldig farlig tillegg. Hadde dette vært sett på av arbeidstilsynene, arbeidstilsynene, så hadde de egentlig skjøttet dette her down med en gang.
And according to one of the miners, it was because one of the sonic charges went off prematurely. And like before, it was one set by a mining droid. The 3 idiots were grouped so close to the charge it might as well have been a grenade going off. The blast turned their bones to dust. The blast wrecked the internal components of the droid that set the charge, though, so we can't even dissect it to see what happened. I don't like what's going on here. Ever since that Jedi showed up, things are getting worse. It's not just Kotor and his miners, or the fights, but now the droids are acting crazy. If we don't find what's causing this, or who, this facility is going to be space dust by the time the next Telos freighter arrives.
Sheesh, så jeg skaper problemer med å finnes, det er veldig tragisk.
So, you're in maintenance. Then maybe you can tell me what's going on with these droids.
Sir, I don't know. It's like their behavior cores are undergoing binary decay, but I can't find the source. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, that's reassuring. It isn't happening. So the next time we nearly have a breach in the ventilation tunnels, I could just close my eyes and pretend it's my imagination. You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us instead of asteroid rock.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. Their mining lasers are weaker and less accurate than blasters. I doubt those droids could even hit one of us.
Are you blind? What about the miners in Medbay? It's sabotage, and it started right after the commander said we weren't going to sell the Jedi to the exchange. So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll tell me who's trying to clear a path to get that Jedi off the facility, and stop him. In the meantime, make sure the security's armed with all the ion and sonic charges you can find. If those droids start coming after me, I'm gonna need more than low-grade mining lasers to take them down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Maintenance control out.
Idiot.
Wow, jeg har skapt virkelige problemer med å bare finnes her nå. De vil selge meg til The Exchange, og folk husker vel kanskje hvis de fulgte med i forrige serie at The Exchange er et crime syndicate, så jeg ville bli solgt altså til en gruppe assholes. Uff meg.
I installed an override switch to shut down any droids on this level, just in case someone locks me out of the administration console. As added insurance, I tied the override switch into the circuit to the holding cell door. It'll make sure it can only be opened if all droids in the level are shut down. I doubt Kotor or any of his men have the skill to pull off something like this, but I'm not taking any chances while we're sitting in the middle of this asteroid minefield. Whoever's responsible won't be able to have the droids rescue him after I lock him up. Nothing will cut through that door. He'll be trapped.
Aha. Siste news, secure the storage room inventory.
I secured the stealth field generator inside one of the footlockers in the security storage room. If I have the specs right, the interface field should be effective against the droid's sensors. All I need to do is equip the belt, and some skill with stealth in order to use it. As long as I don't get too close to the droids, they shouldn't detect me. If any more droids start malfunctioning, the belt should buy me enough time to get to the override switch I set up in the communications blister console. I'd rather shut them down than destroy them. I want to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. Maybe even turn them against whoever's sabotaging them.
Det var ikke veldig reassuring egentlig at ting gjenger veldig galt her nå. Ok, la oss sjekke her nå da. Security, der var det flere droider, ja. Communications blister. Jeg kan ikke se noen der. Holding cells. Der har vi en kar. Hva er du for en? Nei, den er fortsatt låst. Jeg har på en måte ikke gjort så særlig mye der. Jeg får i hvert fall infoen. Ok, let's go. Åh.
Be careful. There is much energy in the room beyond, yet it stems from nothing that lives.
Kreia? What?
Can you not sense them? Reach out. Cast aside your sight. Cast aside what you see, and instead reach out with your perceptions. Ah, you can feel them. The droids you cannot perceive, but the small oscillations of energy, that you can feel, echoing outwards.
With Kreia's help, you have gained a passive precognition power. Skjønner. Selv om det gir på en måte ingen forklaring egentlig, for hvis jeg var en Jedi, hva skjedde med The Force? Vel, jeg skal gjøre dette lett med egentlig bare slenge en ion grenade på det her.
Ah, you hear it. It is fate, but it is there.
Is there something wrong with me?
It is the force you feel. It has not been so long as for you to forget.
But it doesn't feel like it did. It feels like it's coming from across a great distance.
Do not turn away from it. Listen. Feel it echoing within you. Come. I shall guide you down the familiar paths. You will need it if we are to survive and escape this place.
Gaining experience will slowly re-establish your connection to the Force. Og det ga meg et level. Vårt første level. Ny leg. You've been granted the following feats. Force sensitive. Nice. Ok, litt skills her nå. Jeg setter en på persuade. Bytter ut som mine grei. La vi se. Jeg vet ikke egentlig hva jeg skal gå for egentlig. Det er sånn, det blir litt sånn haphazard. Jeg vet ikke helt hvor jeg skal legge mest fokus på persuade, så jeg kjører treat injury så langt. Powers. For nå har jeg åpnet force powers her. Det er litt forskjellig du får brukt. Mindtrick er for så vidt en ting som jeg aldri viste i originalspillet, Republic 1. Men det er faktisk en veldig morsom ting egentlig. At du kan faktisk bruke Jedi mind tricks i conversations. Men jeg tror jeg skal vente med det akkurat nå, for jeg har mindre bruk for det akkurat nå. Jeg tror jeg kjører burst of speed, så får vi være litt raskere. Så får vi håpe det er nok. Vi ser, footlockers. Egentlig, det er faktisk en lettere måte å gjøre dette her på. Hvis jeg går ned til nummer 2 og tar plasma torch, så skal jeg kunne switch weapon. Sånn. Stealth field generator. Nice. There we are. Stealth field generator, så jeg kan faktisk stealth rundt omkring. Så det er jo nice på en annen måte. Oi sånn. There we are. Selv om jeg pleier jo ikke gå stealth i det hele tatt. Jeg pleier bare å rushe inn, jeg. Oi sånn, der var det en liten droid. There we are. Her ser dere egentlig grunnen til at AI er en fare for menneskeheten, det er at de kommer til å gjøre ting som dette her. Det var det en til, ja. Det er haugevis av det rundt omkring her, det var det. Sånn. Det er litt spesielt at metallet mitt, altså for sverdet mitt, klarer å kutte gjennom de der, for de er jo solid metall også. Men, ja, Star Wars logikk. Det er vel ikke kulere å gjøre dette med et vanlig sverd akkurat nå, i stedet for bare å skyte de. Nei, trykker jeg feil. Sånn. Ny leg. Jeg vet ikke når jeg kommer til å legge ut denne serien her i det hele tatt. Det er litt sånn usikkert for meg egentlig, men det blir vel en tid når jeg føler jeg er klar for det egentlig. Jeg håper i hvert fall det, for dette spillet her er unikt, og jeg har lyst til å få en serie på det før jeg setter meg ned og prøver å lage en video på The Old Republic MMO-spillet. På det kommer jeg ut til å trenge en del serier på faktisk, en del episoder på. Oi. Det var noen som så meg der, ja. Get over here. Yeah. There we are. Vet ikke jeg om det er så mye mer å få gjort. Jeg får ikke åpne den der. Så får jeg bare ta en titt på den konsolen her. Vil jeg gjette på? Emergency lockdown, må vi se. Look for the control override. Activate the switch. Ny leg. Sånn. Noen ganger så er menyen litt teit, og det er sånn du kommer ikke gjennom det like fort, men det er sånn skjer. Får vi se om det er her noe å hente her inne med han der.
Beyond this door, someone yet lives. Be mindful. His thoughts are difficult to read. But you have nothing to fear from this one, and he might yet prove useful.
Du sier såpass. May prove useful. Før egen så skal jeg i hvert fall ta en slurk fordi jeg er nødt. Jeg er ikke vant til å prate så mye som det jeg gjør, men sånn skjer.
Nice outfit. What, you miners change regulation uniforms while I've been in here?
I'd keep those eyes up, and tell me who you are.
Atten Rand. Excuse me if I don't shake hands. The field only causes mild electrical burns.
Care to explain why you're locked up?
Security claimed I violated some trumped-up regulation or another. Take it up with them if you want. But they stopped listening to me shortly before they stopped feeding me. Now that's criminal.
This facility is deserted. What happened?
You mean before or after that Jedi showed up? Either way, it's a real short story. You see, this Jedi shows up, and you know what that means. Where there's one Jedi, the Republic will soon be crawling up your ion engine in no time. But the story gets better. See, some of the miners get it into their ferrocrete skulls that since the Jedi's unconscious, they can collect the bounty the exchange has posted for live Jedi. Well, what passes for the law here didn't like that idea. So the two groups started fighting. Then there was some big explosion. I was sitting here for a long time. Then you showed up in your underwear and things got a lot better.
There's a bounty on captured Jedi? Why?
Don't know much about it. Maybe the exchange wants one as a trophy, or somebody's got something against Jedi and is looking to collect. Not many Jedi left. Wouldn't surprise me if the bounty's pretty high.
Not many Jedi left? What happened to them?
The ones that weren't killed in the Jedi Civil War ended up switching off the lightsabers long ago. Word is there's not even a Jedi Council anymore, but who knows?
The stories I heard of were of the Sith, not the Jedi.
Yeah, Revan, Malak, and the Jedi that went to join them in the Mandalorian Wars. They turned against the other Jedi and had a scrap that almost laid waste to the galaxy. Where have you been?
I've been away since the Mandalorian Wars.
Well, I wasn't there, but like all Sith, Revan and Malak turned on each other. After they turned on the Jedi, of course.
Og her får du faktisk lov til å velge litt hva som egentlig skjedde når du spilte The Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic 1. For der var jo jeg. Jeg valgte Jedi Path. Du kan jo velge at du ikke brydde deg noe særlig. Men I was led to believe that Revan saved the Jedi and the Republic.
I guess. There's rumors all over space about it. All I heard was Revan returned to pay Malak back for trying to kill her in the first place. You know women.
How long have you been in that cage? Revan was a man, not a woman. Og det er nok en gang at du kan velge egentlig hvordan du spilte. For hvis du spilte som female Revan, så kan du velge I'd heard Revan's redemption involved her stopping Malak, and she had no choice but to fight him, men ja, in canon så er Revan en mann.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I just hoped Revan was a woman.
I had some more questions for you.
Look, not like your half-naked interrogation isn't a personal fantasy of mine, but hey, wait a minute. You're that Jedi the miners were talking about. Where is everybody?
I don't know. This facility seems abandoned.
The miners can't all be gone. But if they are, look, hey, let me out and I can help you. I can. I've gotten out of trouble countless times.
How can you help?
Just in case you don't understand the trouble we're in, let me lay it out for you. This facility is a series of mining tunnels dropping kilometers into the asteroid's core. Every worker and droid here has been cleared, then triple cleared for hazardous operations. This facility has an operational threat level so high they don't let uncleared starships in system out of fear that an accidental engine discharge will create a very brief, very hot new sun in this sector. You know why? Because every asteroid in this orbiting minefield has deposits of Paragian fuel within it. That means when one decides to pop, its brothers and sisters are going to come along for the ride. One explosion, you might survive. But 100? 1,000? You'll be riding out of here on a comet trail, Jedi. So if something's gone wrong here, you can cling to the Force all you want. But nothing will stop this place from going critical.
Do you have some plan for getting out of here?
This facility isn't a military installation, which means we may have a chance. You shut down the cell security field, and I can reroute the emergency system so we can get to the hangars. We grab a ship, and then we fly out of here.
Her kan jeg persuade på nytt igjen, når vi ser. Du har litt forskjellig å velge mellom her, litt vel mange kanskje. One thing first. The patients in the medical bay were killed with a lethal dose of sedatives. Know anything about that?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Nothing. I trust you. Let me let you out of this cage and we can work together to get out of this mess.
Great. Now to business. Let's get to the command console.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, here we are. Now this console is set on automatic hail. You may have heard it when you came in. The asteroid drift charts are constantly being updated, so it sends out a transmission to incoming vessels so they don't get crushed into space dust. The hail warns them to keep their distance until orbital drift charts are transmitted, and then provides docking instructions to incoming ships, usually freighters. Thing is, you can bounce that same transmission back to the comm here, and suddenly you've got access to the communication system from the inside. Pure Pazak. The console's ours. Now, all we need to do is reactivate the turbo lifts, cancel the emergency lockdown. Hey!
What's wrong?
This system's been severed from the main hub, after it was locked down from remote. You can't even reroute the system, it's been cut clean.
Fordi jeg har litt computerskill, så kan jeg si, that's not standard in an emergency lockdown.
No. Someone tried to lock down this whole level tight, and leave us here. Trapped.
There must be some way to end the lockdown from here.
I doubt it. All we have is communications back. For all the good trying to shout in a vacuum will do us.
Let's see if we can try and reach someone on the comm.
Be my guest. Not much else we can do. The comm's all yours.
Fikk jeg light side points. Jeg vet ikke hvilken dialogoption det var jeg valgte som gjorde det, men ja. Jeg er I hvert fall fornøyd med det. Nå vi se. Administration logs.
Tracked the freighter in. Was lucky it wasn't destroyed when it drifted into the asteroid field. Not much on board. One damaged droid, one annoying protocol droid, and a lot of bodies. Sent the survivor to medical and the others to the morgue. Didn't recognize the ship's ID code, so we transmitted it to the Republic for some answers. Questioned the protocol droid about what happened. Says his master, the survivor, I guess, was on the Republic ship the Harbinger when it suffered an engine failure. He says the survivor was a passenger on the vessel and a Jedi. If so, that's gonna mean
Trouble. Oh, wow. Okay.
Inventoried the bodies and cargo. Everything matches the protocol droid's story. The T3 droid had seized up, so we left it in storage and standby mode. Don't know what code will access it. It could be it's voice activated for all we know. We put the protocol droid to work in maintenance, sorting the mining droid comm routines and updating the recognition sensors. And to shut him up. When the survivor recovers, hopefully we can get him off this station before there's a...
Before there's a re? Oh nei. Jeg liker ikke dette her da.
Trouble between the work shifts. Word of the Jedi leaked out and the miners aren't sure what to do with her. Kotor's mining crew wanted us to collect the creds for the bounty the exchange has on Jedi, but I put a stop to that. We're contacting Telos to get the Republic records on the Jedi, but nobody will know word from the Republic. But I've sent out a broadcom transmission for records on this Ebon Hawk. One of the miners said it used to be a smuggling vessel. Accidents are making the miners restless. The droid behavior course must be undergoing some kind of binary decay. 2 miners were drilled by a droid's mining laser, and those blasts in the ventilation tunnels nearly caused the whole facility to blow.
Så fordi jeg dukket opp, så skapte jeg så mange problemer. Okay. Dormitories, no response. Hangar Bay 25. There is a series of low-pitched whistles and beeps. Det må være noen der. Can you read me? Do a diagnostic, then follow my instructions. We're trapped up on the administration level. Can you unlock the turbo lifts? Is there some other way out of here besides the turbo lifts? I'd rather risk it than be trapped up here. Aha. Da får vi faktisk spille som T3. Og dette blir sikkert litt rart at jeg sier det, men roboter som T3 og R2-D2 er kanskje den eneste gode tingen man kan si om AI. Men jeg vet ikke helt om man kan si at dette her er AI, for de har liksom litt sine egne personligheter. Så det er ikke AI-typen Elon Musk-style chat-GPT, men litt mer humant kanskje. Ok, det var den. Seal door. I need to blast it open with explosives. Jaha, men hadde ikke jeg egentlig... De tok fra meg alle minene jeg hadde. Wow. Slemme dere da. Oi sann. Ja, du har faktisk mining lasers equipped. Droid deflector mark, den er grei. Det er egentlig nå alle de der tingene jeg fant til droide hjelper veldig. Skal vi se. Fight. Og her er den ting jeg skal lære dere som jeg lærte meg selv faktisk. Det er at hvis du trykker X, så kan du faktisk... Nei. Jo, det er faktisk X, så kan du sette flere angrep på rett etter hverandre. Og det er noe som jeg aldri lærte før etter jeg var ferdig med serien min på Knights of the Republic 1, så yes. Jeg var langt ifra den beste spilleren, det var jeg. Å, kom igjen. Nice. Så det er en annen ting som er en veldig fin endring egentlig fra forrige spill. Med å bare kjøre og gå rundt, så kan du faktisk regenerere liv. Så du trenger ikke bruke alle medpacksa dine med en gang. Så det er så mange små endringer med dette spillet her som gjør det til egentlig et bedre spill, men ja. Ok, vi kan ta den etterpå. Jeg vil bare ned her for å ta en titt på hva det er vi finner her. Remains. Skal vi se, klarer jeg å snipe herfra da? Ja da. Nice. T3 er jo egentlig beast. Sånn. Du vet ikke hva det han sier for noe, men det er alltid gøy. Sånn. Da tar vi noen ting. Den delen her er på en måte sånn, når du spiller på replay, så er den utrolig kjedelig. Men når du først er litt immersed, så er det faktisk veldig spennende. Begynner allerede med å se ødelagt og døde ting. Det er sånn, det der er jo ingen god plass. Det der er litt som å gå i en graveyard. Shit. Sånn. Sånn. Corpse, ok. Datapad, Paragus Depot survey. Ok. Pursed the fuel lines and I found 3 sonic charges attached inside. I checked the work logs and only droids have been in the area. I tried to contact security as soon as I found the explosives, but I can't seem to get a signal through. Remove the detonators. And I'll keep the explosives on me. Ja vel. What? Der ja. This wrecked droid contains a special droid-based item that when equipped allows droids to perform special attacks. Var det tilfeldigvis... Det var vel en av de her? Og så jeg fikk ikke med meg hvilken det var egentlig, det var litt dumt. Ja. Da får jeg bare kjøre opp igjen. Tenker du å ha en venn som dette her som er med deg ute? Det hadde egentlig vært så nice. Det kunne vært en sånn ish-type ny kjæledyr. Nei. De vet at jeg er her. Crud. Kan vi se. Her egentlig. Ja, ok. Da får jeg litt sånn armor. Så hva er det egentlig denne her gjør? Vi prøver en ion blaster. Ok. Where are you? There you are. Skal vi se. Det gjorde absolutt ingenting. Kan hjelpe den der? Det fungerer. Veldig nice. Problemet med den er at den kommer til å brukes opp en gang, så jeg burde ikke bruke den for mye. Men sånn skjer. Da er vi opp hit. Men da vil jeg først bare ta og sprenge opp den døra her, bare for å være sikker. There we go. Whoop. Nice. Å nei! 3C! Suffered irreparable damage, så kan han ikke fikses. No! Ok. RIP, hva var det du heter igjen? 3C? Det var veldig fort jeg glemte det, beklager. Jeg er ikke noen god venn. Åh, nei, åh nei. Da tar jeg den. Vel, grunnen til at jeg gjorde ting på den rekkefølgen her er egentlig at du kan åpne den døra her fra konsolen der oppe. Men da betyr det at du skal... Jeg tror du mister noe ting der, så det er ikke særlig lurt. The Ebon Hawk! Han lever fortsatt. Jeg håper at han fikser opp. Ok. Journal entries. Trenger ikke sjekke de igjen nå. Skummelt egentlig hva det er som vi kommer til å møte på her, for det føles ut som horror. Vi vet ikke hvem det er som kødder med alt mulig rart. Oi. Der har vi robot og droide. Sheesh. Ok. Repair. Several parts have been removed from this console. It's been used on a number of subsystems. Shit. Ok. Nå må vi ta og fikse denne her med litt parts. Emergency control commands. Jeg vet ikke om det hjelper særlig. Akkurat de her er ikke egentlig nødvendig, men ja. Jeg prøver egentlig å bare ikke gjøre den episoden her for lang. Run diagnostic. Rerouted. Ok. Access to the emergency subsystems have been rerouted. Check the status of emergency subsystems. Ok, det fungerer ikke. Kan jeg åpne den? Ja da. For det er egentlig der inne vi er nødt til å gå. Sånn. Det er sånn egentlig veldig teit i at jeg er nødt til å skippe så mye av dialogen der, men det er litt sånn, for denne episoden her kan ikke bli så lang. Det er det jo ingen som vil se på. Oi. Kom igjen. You can do this. There we go. Oh, come on. Der ja. Skal ikke så mye til. Bare plutselig så treffer du. Open door. Der var det en sånn ødelagt en. Repair kits. Du får i hvert fall mye som hjelper deg her. Shit. Åh, kom igjen. Ja. Det blir bare stående her i åpen ild. Jeg hadde dødd. Sånn. Ja, kom igjen nå. Sånn, ja. Han egentlig å hjelpe hvis jeg hadde fått et level eller to. Men bestandig så får du ikke det du vil ha. Sånn. Det der var litt kult, selv om det er på en måte inn i stein, og det hadde egentlig vært veldig sånn ekkelt, føler jeg. Jeg vet ikke hvordan egentlig gruvedriftere hadde det før til. De har bare hatt det veldig grusomt, egentlig. For de inhalerer jo mye giftige gasser og mye forskjellig dritt. Det er veldig giftig å drive på med gruvedrift, det skal sies. Containment field? Kommer ikke forbi det, nei, greit, som du vil. Da er det bare en ting å gjøre, det er å ta en titt på konsolen her. Ok, remote cameras. Fuel line sensors. En tunnel. Ok, maintenance. Det var der jeg var. Der kverket jeg jo ting. Entrance to the droid maintenance. Det er like vanlig som alltid. Ok, så kamera hjelper meg ikke en ting. System logs. Someone has sliced into the fuel depot computers and created a phantom fuel leak. Emergency systems. Open. Yes.
So, how long have you been a Jedi? Must be tough, you know. No family, no husband.
I don't really want to talk about it.
All right, all right. Hey, what do you know? A little cargo cylinder came through.
It looks like it. But it's strange he didn't contact us on the comm.
If he got the turbo lifts working, then we should have a clear run to the hangar.
The turbo lifts are locked down manually, so I had him open the emergency hatch.
Wait. Don't tell me you're taking that hatch down into the mining tunnels. Are you? That explosion I heard came from below. There's probably nothing down there except superheated rock and collapsed blast tunnels. You'd be an idiot to go down there.
A Jedi's life is sacrifice. Besides, someone's gotta save our skins.
You're either really brave or really crazy. Or both. Alright, I'll try to monitor things from up here. And be careful. The only thing moving down there is likely to be mining droids, so don't be playing hero too hard. Not that I care what happens to you or anything. I just don't want to be trying to get off this rock by myself.
Your concern is noted. I'll be going now.
I'll keep the comm link open. I may be able to guide you through the tunnels from up here. Don't know if the signal will hold if you get too deep, though.
Yay. Ok, men det tror jeg skal være avslutningen på dagens episode, folkens. Da håper dere likte dette her. Jeg vet det er litt tungt, men det er sånn som skjer med spill som dette her, at de er veldig tunge og litt dype. Men sånn skjer, så jeg håper i hvert fall det er tolererbart å se meg gå gjennom dette her. Ja, men det er så enkelt at hvis du likte det du så håper jeg du vil trykke igjen en like. Hvis du har noe å si, skriv en kommentar. Jeg spiller spennende så langt, det hadde egentlig vært greit å vite. Og hvis du ser på, men ikke har abonnert ennå, abonner gjerne, bli en del av Tyrs vinger på YouTube. Men frem til neste episode, mine vinger og venner, så håper jeg du som ser på, ha en fortreffelig dag, i en fortreffelig uke, med fortreffelige folk. Så snakkes vi med i neste episode av Tyr spiller Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Snakkes da.